people, my name is Roelle. I'm a health and nutrition coach and a diabetes practitioner in Hale near Manchester in the UK, and I post these videos to help you to stay motivated to be as healthy as you can be. And today I'm going to talk about a few things that you can do first thing in the morning to set yourself up for a good day. So these are things that will support your body and your mind, but not in a way where I'm going to talk about getting up at 5 a.m. for a power hour, run 10 miles and meditate in a Himalayan cave. We're going to keep it realistic, as always, doable, so you can actually stick with it, which is important. What you do the first thing in the morning can really shape the rest of your day, and that is on top of the benefits you get from doing these actual things. One good decision first thing in the morning can lead to another, and it doesn't have to be big. Small things done consistently can make a big difference. So let's get into it. Why does it matter what we do first thing in the morning? Because it sets the tone. It's a little bit like laying the first brick when you build a house. If you place it carefully, then the rest of the wall will be more stable and easier to build. So when you make a healthy choice first thing in the morning, whether that's a good breakfast or a few deep breaths or a short walk, that can give your brain the feeling of a little win. And that win will build momentum. It will have a ripple effect on the rest of your day. It will shift your mindset from I'll try to be healthy to I am somebody who makes healthy choices. And it's not about perfection or doing big things. It's just about starting your day with a good intention and action. So let's look at what kind of things I'm talking about. Things that you can do that will genuinely help your body and your mind. Number one, let in some natural light, some daylight. Open your curtains, or even better, step outside for a few minutes. Morning light can really help to reset your body clock, and it tells your brain it's time to wake up. And this helps to get you some better sleep in the evening, but it will also help to regulate hormones, for example, cortisol, your stress hormone, and melatonin. It can also boost your mood and make you more alert. It doesn't cost anything, it's not difficult to do. Even just 5 to 10 minutes in daylight, especially before 10 a.m, can make a big difference. Number two, drink a glass of water. You've been sleeping, hopefully, so your body is dehydrated because most people don't drink during the night. And rehydrating will help your brain to wake up. It will support your digestive system, and it will also boost your energy levels. And it's best to do that before you jump into the coffee. You can also add a bit of lemon or a pinch of salt for some electrolytes and some micronutrients. But I use essential oil, lemon essential oil, but do check if the lemon oil you have is suitable for ingestion. Otherwise, obviously, don't put it in the water. And tip number three. So again, this is an easy one to do, isn't it? It doesn't cost a lot of effort. It doesn't cost a lot of money. So you shouldn't have a lot of resistance against doing it. Number three is take 2 to 5 minutes to breathe or stretch. You could even do this when you boil your first kettle. If you make a cup of tea in the morning and you put the kettle on, why not use that time to just take a few slow, deep breaths or stretch your arms overhead and maybe move to one side, to the other. This will help to reduce morning stress, and it gets the blood flowing and makes you feel good. It will calm your nervous system. It will lower morning hormones. So when we wake up, we produce a bit of cortisol to get us going, but just doing a bit of deep breathing and gentle stretching can help to lower these cortisol spikes. And it, of course, loosens up stiff joints. And, as you're getting a bit older, then you're going to feel a little bit more stiff when you wake up in the morning. Right, and that was another easy one. Like I said, I want to keep this really doable because it always makes me laugh when you see these lovely people on TikTok and Instagram saying all these things that you can do first thing in the morning, and you think, well, if I'd done all that, it's going to be midday and I'll be exhausted, and I think it's sometimes a little bit unrealistic. Number 4 is your breakfast. Eat a protein-rich breakfast if you're having breakfast, because if you're not hungry, then there's no reason to eat straight away when you wake up. And in fact, you might benefit from eating later in the day, in the morning. But if you are having breakfast, then skip the sugary stuff, the cereal or the refined carbohydrates, the toast, and choose something like eggs or Greek yogurt with some berries and nuts or seeds, or maybe a protein smoothie, or maybe even leftovers from dinner. And that sounds maybe a bit weird, but there's no rules about what should be breakfast. Breakfast could be anything, and if it's high in protein and vegetables, that would be better than some sugary cereal. This will help to keep your blood glucose levels stable, which is important for your overall health, for your energy levels, and will help to avoid becoming insulin resistant. It will also reduce cravings later in the day, because if you start with a sugar spike, then you'll also get a crash, and then you end up in this roller coaster of sugar spikes and crashes, and that will cause cravings for more sugar. And it will also help you to have more energy and more focus, because the more refined carbohydrates you consume, the more brain fog you will experience. So you feel more clear-minded. And like I said, you don't even have to have breakfast if you want to eat later, that's fine. We just made up these bullshit rules about when we should be eating. You should eat when you're hungry and stop eating when you're full, whenever that is. And of course, what you eat is way more important than when you eat it. Number 5, do one thing that feels good mentally. So, for example, you could write down 1 or 2 things that you're grateful for in your life, or maybe you could plan the most important task for today, or the top 3 things that you want to do, or maybe just read something positive or inspiring for 5 minutes. I really like listening to The Daily Stoic. It's a podcast, it's free, and it's not too long. It's by Ryan Holiday, and it gives some great wisdoms and insights. But of course, you can listen to a bit of music, anything to make you feel good. And even if you do that just for a few minutes, then that will be good for your mental health. Number 6, get moving. Like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be running half a marathon, but if time allows, then just a quick walk around the block, or a little bit of marching on the spot while your tea is brewing. This can really help, even if it's just a small amount of movement, to improve your insulin sensitivity. So that means how well your cells listen to insulin and open up to take the glucose out of your blood. And it will also support your mental health, it will support your metabolism, your lymphatic system. So don't underestimate the power of movement, even if it's just for a few minutes. Something is always better than nothing. And if you work from home, you could do a little pretend commute to work. And that's what I often do before I work from home. I just walk around the block as if I'm walking to work, and then come back home and start working. Now, you don't need to do all of these things every single day, of course. I'm just throwing out a few things, and maybe you can think of some things that you could benefit from. Just pick 2 or 3 things that feel manageable for you and keep them easy. Not perfection, just progress. What matters most is consistency, as you've heard me say many times. When your morning starts with intention, your day tends to follow suit, and the more you do it, the more it becomes second nature, and then this is what you want to do when you wake up. And remember, it's not about willpower or discipline, it's just about reducing resistance, and the easier you make it for yourself, the more likely you are to stick with it. So that's it. Simple, doable morning habits that can support your health, boost your mood, and set you up for a productive day without guilt, overwhelm, or 5 a.m. alarms. And if you found this useful, then give me the thumbs up and maybe even subscribe to my channel. That would bring me a lot of pleasure. Just to let you know that I have organised another webinar. It will be on the Wednesday, the 18th of June at 8 p.m. UK time. And it is another webinar about effective health goal setting, because I think that is key to success, that you have a method where you weekly track your progress and set an intention and one action for the following week. And in that webinar, I will talk you through how you can identify what that thing could be that you're doing and how to make that easy and how to become consistent. It comes with a free workbook, and I will leave the link down below so you can register. And when you register, even if you don't turn up to the webinar, you will get the workbook. So I know life can get in the way. You register for this stuff, and then when the day comes, you can't make it, but you'll still get the workbook. Then I also want to let you know that I'm looking for some founding members for a how can I call it? It's not a program, it's not a service, it's a membership. That's what it is. And I'm looking for a few founding members to gather some momentum, but also to use these founding members to find the best way to make this a really great membership. And it will include weekly Zoom calls that will be recorded as well, where they will be motivating. We're going to do the weekly goal setting in these Zooms. There's also accountability, which I often find people miss the most when they stop doing the programs that I'm doing for the NHS. They say, I'm going to miss the fact that I had to hand in my weight, and other measurements that they wanted to track, because that helped me to do it. So this will provide you with a way to be accountable. There'll be a private portal where you can enter whatever it is that you're tracking. And then of course there'll be some access to some extra support as well, question and answers during these Zoom meetings. And for the first few founding members, I will offer that for £10 a month for however long they want to be part of it. So if that's something that you're interested in, or you know somebody who's interested in that, then please check out the link below this video. Thank you so much for watching. Now, as I have been doing since the last few videos, I will share a little bit of what I've been up to, the crafting in particular this week, knitting as it happens today. But if you're not interested, then of course this is your time to leave. And I also always add a little bit of footage of a few things I've been doing this week. I went to an exhibition for children in the Science Museum in Manchester with my granddaughters. So I've got a little bit of footage of that, and then some other stuff, some stuff I've been doing. So if that's not for you, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time, or maybe at the webinar. But if you're hanging on for that, then let's start with the knitting I've been up to. So as you can see, I finished my Silla Sun top. I haven't blocked it yet, so if you're not familiar with what that means, blocking, this means you soak and or wash the garment and then flatten it in a perfect shape, and leave it to dry. But I haven't had time to do that yet, and I did want to show the finished object. I'm pretty pleased with it, although I do feel it sort of bunches up a little bit here, but maybe if I just sit up straight then it won't happen. And yeah, of course, after I've blocked it, this will all sit a little better, especially with the lace work. Will always look better after you've blocked it. So yeah, pretty happy with it. Don't know if you can see a little bit more of it, but it's quite loose, and I don't look quite as stylish as the lady in the picture of the pattern, but still quite happy with it. And hopefully the weather will now get a little bit better, so I get a chance to wear it, because it's actually been a bit autumnal here, a bit rainy and a bit windy, and not very warm at all. About 12 degrees, feels like 10. So what else have I been doing apart from finishing this? And it always takes a bit longer to finish things off, because then you need to weave in all the ends, and it did luckily have a finish here at the edge as well, because that looked a bit messy before, but I am quite happy with the way it looks now. Then I worked on my Guatemala cardigan, the Stephen West pattern, and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm not so much the sort of the way it looks in terms of the cardigan, because I like the colours, how we add the colours and how they then blend. That's why it's called Guatemala, I think, because it sort of marls. And I'm trying to work out what the right side is, but I think it is, yeah, it's that side. So it's all a bit bunched up on the needles, but you can see you work with two yarns at the same time. You hold it double, two fingering weights, and then after a while you drop one of those and you add a new one, so you get this sort of mixing of the colours. And yeah, this makes me pretty happy, these colours. So it's going to be a cardigan, so I guess it's going to be like this. I'm assuming that that's going to be the colour. Yeah, pretty happy with that. I haven't worked on the socks at all, because I've been busy with this stuff. Oh yeah, I just want to show you my needle stoppers. I do like these, they're little avocados, very TikTok. And, I got them in London, in Love Knitting, I think that shop is called. It's a great knitting shop actually. Loop London is always the one that people talk about, but this was actually a really nice one too. When we went there, when Yvonne and Janie were here, we didn't actually have a lot of time to look around there, because we left it so late and we got there 10 minutes before they closed. And then with the sock knitting, when I started on that colour work, I actually got quite excited to realise how easy it would be to use those collar work patterns in other projects as well. And I've actually got this great book which is called The Doodle Knit Directory by Jamie Lomax, and that is sort of a handbook. Well, for starters, it gives you a lot of guidance on how to do colour work in general, but it then has all these sort of cute little patterns that you can use in anything. If it's just a multiple of the stitches that you need to do that pattern, then you can just put it in there. And then she provides some patterns as well for hats and mittens and a cowl. So for example, these are some hats where she then provides the little patterns for the colour work. And here are some mittens, they're quite cute, little cherries and foxes. And so the little patterns that she provides are divided in seasons. So there's some seasonal winter ones where you get like snowflakes, then there's spring, autumn, where you get leaves. So that can't really hold it up, because then you will see the actual pattern, and I don't think I'm supposed to do that with the copyright. But yeah, it's got some great projects in there. It's got some socks as well, of course. Love those tiny little baby socks. Actually, we're going to have another grandchild in August, so maybe I could be tempted to do baby socks. I do not normally knit for the children because they grow out of it quicker than I can actually finish the knitting. But little baby socks, that's not a lot of work, so I might do that. So that was it actually for the crafting this week. Like I said, I went to the Science Museum. It was really good. I really liked the Science Museum, and the kids liked it too. They had a good run around and it was very hands-on. And apart from that, it was busy with work. I went to Birmingham for a business training, and that was super interesting. And yeah, one thing I want to mention that I picked up from there, amongst a load of other stuff, and the business training is for running your own business, because apart, of course, from the work I do for the NHS, I have my own health coaching business, and to make that flourish and get a little bit better at marketing that, I'm a member of the Entrepreneur Circle, and so this day-long course was to support me with that, and a lot of other people as well, not just me. And they mentioned a book there which I really loved, and I want to share that with you, and it's called Will It Make the Boat Go Faster? And it's about an Olympic rower called Ben Hunter Davis, and they were trying, he and his teammates were trying obviously to be successful rowers and win races, but they weren't doing particularly well. And I think they got a new coach, and they were advised to adopt a mindset where before taking any decision, they would have to ask themselves, will it make the boat go faster or not? And if it did, then do it, but if it didn't, then don't do it. And it sounds super simple, but it really appealed to me, this ask yourself, will it make the boat go faster? And I've been using it since I went on that course. I've just been going through my day asking myself, will this make the boat go faster? And I think it can really help you to make decisions about how you spend your time, because we can easily waste a lot of time with a lot of stuff that doesn't make the boat go faster. That doesn't mean that we can't do anything just for fun, because doing stuff for fun will make you feel good, and that will also make the boat go faster. So if you like the idea of this book, then I can highly recommend it. I bought it secondhand off Amazon, so you can pick up books quite cheaply secondhand, so check it out. Right, I'll leave you with a little bit of footage of this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you lots. Bye.